Hello and welcome to my channel, and I am Stephanie, and this is the May wrap-up and some extra information. As I said, this is the May wrap-up, and I'm going to stick to my style as I have been doing. So we'll be doing more list and showing of covers, and then at the end of the video, you can always check out all of the books that I read throughout the month in a slideshow at the end. Something awesome happened right at the end of the month, so I'll get to that first before we get to all the stats and things like that. So the wonderful Cambria Hebert notified me and let me know that she, along with quite a few other people, obviously, got me in, and I'm now in the running as nominated Booktuber of the Year for the UTOPia Awards, the 7th annual UTOPia Awards. I am so excited. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I'm pretty speechless about the whole thing overall. I mean, when I went and looked at the people that I am pretty much up against, which is Jen Campbell, Reagan from Peruse Project, Mercy Bookish Musings, Epic Reads, Ben of Tomes, and Climb the Stacks. They're all like huge booktubers. Little old me just hit 1,000 subscribers, and I'm in the running with them. So I'm super, super excited about that. Thank you to all of you that decided to throw my name into the hat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Another thing that I asked for you guys to do is to check out the link down below. Voting ends on June the 15th. So if you guys could go vote for my channel, it'd be awesome for a small booktuber to really stand out. Not to mention, I am the only person of color on the list, so yeah. Even if I don't win, it's an honor to have been nominated. Let's get to the stats for May 2018. In the month of May, I read 30 books. 30, yes. I read 7 ebooks, 23 audiobooks, and I read 7 arcs. I did not count how many were scheduled arcs, but it was 7 of them. That brings us to a total of 161 hours and 21 minutes for an average of 7 hours per book. Total pages read was 7,214. And time for the ratings! This month I DNF'd 1 book. I 1-starred 1 book. I had 0 2-star books. I had 5 3-star books, 12 4-star books, and 11 5-star books. For Blackout 2018, I read The Duchess War by Courtney Milan, Him and Her, A Game Serve Spicy by Shelby Mitchell, Swing by Maisha, There's a Snow Love Like His Love by Jane Rowe. For Genreathon 2018, this month's category was to read short stories, and in my breakdown or definition of that, that is stories that are short stories or audiobooks that were under 6 hours. This is a long list, very long list. Him and Her, A Game Serve Spicy by Shelby Mitchell, Swing by Maisha, Story of a Girl by Sarah Zarr, Honor Girl by Maggie Thrash, There's Snow Love Like Our Love or Like His Love by Jane Rowe, The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald, Dirty Girl by Megan March, Dirty Love by Megan March, The Shark and I by Clara Lockwood, Love War by Carrie Hart, An Imperfect Heart by Amy Knight, A Secret One by Alethea Roman, Another One by Alethea Roman, The Right Love by K.A. Lindy, Waking Up in Vegas by Sarah King, One Baby Daddy by Megan Quinn. For 2018 Romance Roundabout, I read The Duchess War by Courtney Milan, and that was under historical. The Devil's Daughter by Katie Robert, which was under mystery. Story of a Girl by Sarah Zarr for young adult. Honor Girl by Maggie Thrash for LGBT. The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald for historical. Dirty Girl by Megan March for erotica. Moving things around a little bit once again, I didn't go to any bookish events this month. Now on to read-alongs. I participated in three read-alongs this month. I participated in Chicklitathon, and that was hosted by All Things Equilateral, Books and Smiles, and Jen Talks Audiobooks, and that was for the entire month of May. The categories were Read a Book with Pink on the cover. For that, I read Girl Crush by Steffi Walls, which you can see the wrap-up for that in week 2. Another one by Alethea Roman. You can see that wrap-up in week 3. See Through Heart by Amy Knight, which you can see the review for that in week 4. Next category was to read something with music as a part of the story or about a musician. And I read An Imperfect Heart by Amy Knight, week 2. Full Tilt by Emma Scott, which was during the Sobathon, I think. Yes, which was week 4, I believe it was. And then See Through Heart by Amy Knight, which is week 4. So yes, both of those were week 4. Next category for that one was Read a Ode Chick Lit book that I've been wanting to read. And this was a little bit hard for me, but I read Wife Number 7 by Melissa Brown, and that review actually will be up later on this week. The next category was to read something by an author who's written a lot of books, and I read The Duchess War by Courtney Mulan, and Too Late by Colleen Hoover, which you can see the review for Colleen Hoover's book in week 3 and Courtney's book in week 1. And then the last category for Chicklitathon was to read a serious chick lit novel like women's fiction or historical, and I read The Devil's Daughter by Katie Robert, which you can see the review for in week 1. Big Girl Panties by Stephanie Ivanich, which you can see the review for that one in week 2. And The Paper Swan by Layla Atara, which you can see the wrap-up or review for in week 4. I participated in Buzzwordreadathon, which was the May the 7th through the 13th. I did a wrap-up for that, but that was hosted by Books and Lala and Dylan the Reader 5. And the buzzword was girl, so I read Girl Crush by Steffi Walls, Dirty Girl by Megan March, Honor Girl by Maggie Thrash, Story of a Girl by Sarah Zarr, and Big Girl Panties by Stephanie Ivanich. Then I participated in Sobathon, which was from May the 21st until the 27th, and that was hosted by Samantha Reading, My Bookshelf, Blonde with a Book, September issue, Becca and the Books, and Beasley. And those categories were read a book on your TBR that I've been putting off because it would be emotional, and I read The Paper Swan by Layla Atara. Next category was to read a book that will make me happy cry, and I read One Baby Daddy by Megan Quinn and Waking Up in Vegas by Sarah King. Then the next category was to reread a book that destroys me, and I read See Through Heart by Amy Knight. Final category for that one was to read a book under 300 pages, and I read Full Tilt by Emma Scott and Good Boy by Sarah Bowen and Elle Kennedy. Last thing I'm going to do for this wrap-up is to pick my top 5 for the month. I did not sit down and do this, so look through and pick some books right now. And they're not going to be in any particular order. So the first book I'm going to pick is A Love War by Carrie Hart. Really, really enjoyed this book. And if you want to see my review for that, you can check out a week 1 weekly wrap-up. Second book I'm going to pick is An Imperfect Heart by Amy Knight. And if you want to see my full thoughts on that one, which I loved, oh my god, yes, week two, check that one out. Then I'm going to pick the duet of Dirty Girl and Dirty Love by Megan March as one pick. So I'm up to, what, 3 books now? I believe it's 3 books. And if you want to see the reviews for that one, check out week number 3's wrap-up. I'm also going to throw in The Right Love by K.A. Lindy, and you can see that wrap up in week 3 as well. Really, really enjoyed that book. Really enjoyed that book. Yes. Very angry, but it's a duet, so I wasn't able to get the second book as an arc, but I have it, and I'm going to read it because I need to know what happened. And then finally, I'm going with Master of My Heart, Finding Sabrina #2 by Marissa Honeycutt. And even though I'm further and further into the darkness for that book, and you guys won't see that wrap-up review for it until later on this week, let me just tell you, it's amazing. Amazing. Yes. I can't wait to see what else these characters decide to say to Marissa. But I'll have to wait because it's a series, and I know. That is the wrap-up for the month of May. It's long, it's drawn out, but I also got some mail from some awesome people. I got my copy to support the cause because sisterhood is the junk, and it's probably going to flash out because it's white and it's super thick. Look at that book. Look at that. Look at that. I might actually use this next month and do a vlog style reading of all of the books, all of the short stories in here, because no one has a right to single words. Single words. So, if you haven't gotten yours, go out and get it. Right now, I think it's still on sale for 15 bucks. How could you pass this up? It's like, let's see how many pages. Actually, I don't think it has a page count on here, but it's like 800 pages. Yeah, 800 pages. Go get this. And then I had an amazing talk with a fellow booktuber this week, or last weekend. I think it was last weekend that I helped out a fellow booktuber. She is finishing or doing her dissertation, and she wanted to talk to some actual romance readers, and I, volunteered. We talked for like 3.5 hours. It was crazy. Angela, yes. Ugh, it was so much fun talking to you. Well, she sent me a little something in the mail. A big thank you. Yes. Love it. Super sweet. Appreciate it. Oh, and I love this bookmark. It's so amazing. It has a little bobble on it. I don't actually do physical books, but this is an awesome reading bookmark. Love it. Keep calm and read on. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. And then, of course, a hand little note that's so special. It's always nice to feel appreciated. And I appreciate her and her effort to bring romance to the mainstream, especially in academia, because if they're not accepting of romance, then who's going to be? Now I'm done rambling. If you liked any of the books or want to hear more about any of the books or anything that I've said, check out the description box so you guys can find out where to find all this stuff. As always, if you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also, there is a feedback form down in the description box so you guys can help me improve my channel. Thank you for watching, and we will see you guys later.